Jonathan?
Yeah, we are live.
Cool. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Welcome everybody to this week's Reps call. This is November, I don't remember the date, 15th. So we're mid-November now, and Michael is laughing. And thank you everyone for having the time to join us today. Today, Kiki is asking you on the Etherpad, what is your favorite band? Apparently, she's paying people to write Green Day. But you can go rogue and not accepting Kiki. I will say hello to who I see in the video right now. I see Abby, Buvana, Jason, Jonathan, who is always helping us, Jyotsna, Michael, Monica, Orabile, Kiki, Umesh, and Yofi. And I will also say if there is anyone else. Kamles is also in the Etherpad, Abhilash, and Angel. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we don't have any shout outs. So for that reason, I'm gonna give the floor to Bhuvana and Jyotsna, and they're gonna talk about MOSFest 2018 and their experience. Do we have both of you here? I see Jyotsna. Is Bhuvana here?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there.
Okay, cool. Bhuvana, the floor is yours. Go ahead and let us know what was this year's theme, why you wanted to be part of it, and what is your follow-up actions.
Sure. Thank you, Constantina. So, hope you all can hear me. Yes. So, some most fest has been like very important like summit or meetup that have been for like it's been actually it's more than a meetup or a summit. In fact, it was my first trip overseas, and I'm so glad that I made it through Most Fest. And yeah, London was so cool, and it was basically my intention was to take a small scale project to a global audience. So that's how I got my project being selected under openness, and my project name was Farmers Gear, and it was actually a great time there, making fun posters, branding about our sessions around, and taking it to a lot of people. And next day you come, you find a bunch of audience who are like-minded, and get a lot of stuff out of them. Like basically, I my concept was in short, it was about connecting farmers and common people, and also it's going to be a web-based game wherein you got several levels, and you try to get each and every product upon finishing every level, and after which you get access to the agricultural product from the farmer directly. And in turn, I wanted to connect NGOs so that these agricultural products are being donated to the malnutrition people. So these were like certain issues which were going in my region. So I thought I should propagate about it in a larger space, and that's how I wanted a need for a global audience, and to know about various agricultural patterns going around in the world, and various conceptualized based games coming up. And that's how MOSFET has been the strongest platform to execute my project, and also to give recognition for it. And yeah, 3 days went very well, with starting days of training, because I had no idea about what kind of audience I'm going to have, or how many I'm going to have. So I was trained accordingly, and then the day came where I had to present about my stuff, and then we got a lot of time to roam around, to explore about various other ideas. And I'm big VR and AR enthusiast, so I got to see a lot of VR projects surprisingly around. And as a follow-up of this, like, I'm going to project this for the Mozilla Open Science mini grants, because I want this to be taken to even virtual reality based simulations and stuff. So I'm working on the progress of this. So definitely MOSFET has been like the light. It has given me the substantial power to take it to many audience, and also to take it in diverse thoughts. So, and also I got to meet a lot of reps from, especially I met Constantina and Michael in person and discussed with them a lot of things. So it was great time.
Thank you very much, Buvana, for sharing. I'm wondering, your project sounds very interesting. Is there any link we can check it out? Hey, Kyra.
It was the MozFest link in the repo, which has the ideas there. And I've recently made a link separately wherein I'm just now getting in touch with the audience who had attended my session, so that wherein we are going to put in all the ideas there. Maybe I can actually put the link in the message space, so that in future, whatever updates I give will be over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool. Any questions about the project Buvana is leading?
Yeah, I think I partially passed by your session, Ivana, and it was pretty interesting. But I was wondering if you are looking to expand this project and perhaps look for funding for it in the future. I'll be happy to have that sort of discussion with you.
Yeah, that should be cool. Like, we should definitely discuss, like, yeah, so basically the funding part is all about the resources which I would require for the development of the VR project. So just because I'm much into VR, I want to make this application into VR, and also to take it to the diverse audience, like in understanding various other users and linking them up. So definitely let's connect it up offline and discuss more on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Buvana. I believe we have another MOSFET participant that I saw is in the call as well. Jyotna, are you here?
Yeah, hi Constantina. Hi everyone.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. So for me, MOSFES, like I had been dreaming about MOSFES from the past 2 years, and finally it became a reality last month. So I got a chance to meet fellow Mozillians from Mozilla India community, also our reps community. So like it was an amazing experience for me because I got to meet I got a chance to attend add-ons meetup where we did a workshop, and also I got a chance to meet all the community members from reps community, Mozilla India community, as well as the John's community, with whom I was working virtually. So it was like also I attended sessions. I didn't had a sessions to speak upon, but I had a chance to look on to different sessions, and I really loved the sessions. I actually watched and listened to it, and I really liked the few add-on sessions that were there and few data one related to that. And it I like for the first thing I went in like London is like Mozilla office. When I just landed to London to check in, I just went there and it was amazing to be there. So overall experiences, it was a, if I sum up, then it was a amazing experience for me to meet new people, made new friends. That's all.
And this mic doesn't want to unmute. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Is anybody having any kind of question? Nope. For those of you who don't know what MOSFEST is, although I thought that our very nice ladies already explained it, MOSFEST is happening every year in London, except the first one, but ever since the second one, it's happening every year in London. It's a Mozilla's festival. It's talking. It's not only Mozilla thing. It's actually have many different spaces about open innovation, openness, youth. Privacy and other matters based on the Internet Health Report, and it's inviting different people to have talks, workshops, and interact over different parts that are important for the health of the Internet. If you want to participate, there will be again a call for submission next year. And there are a lot of reps that are participating on it as not only as giving talks, but we have a lot of folks that they are part of the team that is selecting, and the team is organizing MOSFest. Robert Sales is always there, he's a lovely rep. Ziggy, of course, and we have also Priyanka and Eduardo. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but they are all doing an amazing job organizing it every year as volunteers, and we're very grateful for it. Oh, and Marius was also there as well as a volunteer this year. Thank you very much both. Michael Kohler is here today to talk about elections, and since he's an important person and he's a peer, I'm going to give him the floor.
Just because of that? Nice. Yes, after the elections is before the elections. Ha ha ha. We figured that having 5 open spots in the spring elections and 2 open spots in the fall elections is not a perfect split, so we wanted to balance it out. We had that balance of 4 and 3 about 2-3 years ago, which worked out nicely, but then from time to time council members stepped down during their term, and we did it the way that we temporarily assigned somebody to the council up to the next elections, and through that we now have 5 spots open in the spring elections. What we changed is that whenever a council member drops out, the replacement will be serving the full rest of the term. That means if somebody drops out after 4 months, the replacement will be for 8 months, not up to the next elections. Additionally to that, we will, or well, more like a consequence of that, we will have 5 open spots in the next elections, but one of those spots will only be for 6 months. That means that in a year, we will have 3 open spots, and in 1.5 years, 4 open spots, and then everything will be nicely balanced out. I've written down in the pad what the plan is for the next few elections, so you don't need to remember those numbers. That's it. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Michael, for being here. If you have any questions, there was also the discourse topic, as Michael mentioned. So you can check it out for the people who are watching this later, or for the people who are not on video room. Go and check it out, or leave a comment on the Etherpad, and we will get to it. Well, Michael will get to it for sure. Since there are no more questions, I'm gonna give the floor to Orabile, who is our last presenter on this call. Orabile is gonna talk about the OKRs that the council is working right now, and also about the council metal calls that we are having this period. Orabile, the floor is yours.
Okay, great people. Thank you so much for this opportunity. First of all, I'd just like to run through this.
Orabile, sorry about that. Can you speak a little bit closer to the microphone? You're very quiet for me.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, it's a little bit better. I will go up. It's okay.
Okay, so I wanted to give you some sort of a little background understanding of where we come from and how we ended up to be here. So the REPS program, as you might all know, it's been evolving for a long time. So in order to be aligned with, these changes from Mozilla and how we perceive communities, part of these changes is Mozilla-driven project for all Mozillians globally. And as REPS Council, we believe that, the REPS program has a natural place that everybody should feel uh, they belong based on their background, experiences, and skills and knowledge. So this way, we have been focusing on quite a number of activities that have been going through from Q1, Q2 up to Q3. But just to jump onto the specific thing that I need to talk about, on our Q3, we have been focusing especially on trying to build a relationship between reps and their mentors in different communities globally. And part of that, as a key result, we were looking at having at least 75% of Mozilla reps who are engaged with their mentors, be it on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. And when we talk about this engagement, we are looking at discussions about their engagements and to check if they are indeed aligned with the leadership agreement, which of course Mozilla have set up. So part of that task, we were actually looking at, in general, the you know the conversations that exist between a mentor and a mentee, and the type of direction that we feel mentors should give their mentees at a community level to expand our work as Mozilla and on behalf of Council as well. So in this case, we are looking at the different best practices that we can look at for mentors in order to encourage their mentees to report their activities, to engage into Mozilla activities or campaigns. So we need to try and enforce, or we are trying to enforce the relationship between mentors and mentees, because it is one of those problems that we are currently facing uh, as council and in the program in general, because we don't usually see any activities happening or mentors reporting their activities to us. Therefore, as mentors, we need them to talk regularly to their mentees about, textual, like, conversational discussions based on topics that we feel are relevant to the program. So on that question, we are looking at different aspects of that, as in, does the mentor actually know uh, why they have to be part of the program? And do mentees know why they should be part of the program? And do mentors really emphasize our goals and direction of the program to their mentees? In this case, we find different, angles of bringing this whole discussion to uh, mentees and to mentors. Therefore, the council has been has been acting as a main influencer to mentors to sort of like bridge this challenge and lead the discussion to encourage mentors to discuss this problem with their mentees. So visualizing this into our community, fast forward to today, Mozilla community is no longer the same anymore. We have seen so many projects coming up and different initiatives coming up as well. The Open Innovation team launching huge number of campaigns and projects as well. And we are discovering that there is no one community, but rather multiple communities with different incentives of projects. Therefore, we are trying to find from our core support communities to drive communities across uh, different skill sets and experiences, and see if they can contribute to the work that we are looking at the moment as council. So in this case, we have been trying to reach out to different mentors globally. As council, we assigned ourselves, number of mentors that we communicate with, and then we encourage them to extend the same discussion we had with them to their mentees. At the moment, I don't have statistics as to how many mentors have been reached out and how many mentees were reached out by their mentees, but I can be able to provide that after our next council meeting, which will be next week, Tuesday, and then I can report this back to the next reps meeting. So in closing, we are looking at the leadership agreement as well, which is a core element of what we are trying to enforce as council. We want to hold people accountable uh, who hold coordination roles in their communities. We are looking at responsibilities that are clearly communicated and distributed at a community level. We also want people to coordinate with each other and share roles and resources to one another as well. So in closing, we are also assigning mentors to take leadership training short course which Constantina has prepared, I think some months ago. In addition to that, we are also trying to run up or ask people to fill up a survey for us so that we try to understand a little bit more information about their contribution to the project in general. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rabila, for the presentation. Just a quick correction. It wasn't made by me. It was made by Faye, who is an ex-member of the council. So I didn't want to take credit for all the work that she has prepared in the past. I was just publishing this. Thank you, Rabila, for presenting. As Rabila said, all the mentors are having calls with the council right now, explaining how they see the program and explaining about also the community coordinator role that was published a little bit ago from Daniele. So no need to take action right now on the survey, but your mentor, as Sorabile said, will reach out to the mentees and you will be asked to take the survey at that point. I don't see anything else on the agenda. We have two non-verbal updates. I will read those. I think that's Abiram. Co-facilitated this session in the digital inclusion space on brain-computer interfaces at MOSFest 2018. Yes, that's Abiram. And you can read his blog. So Abiram wrote a little nice blog about his session. So go ahead and check it out. And I don't know, does anybody want to bring out anything else? Otherwise, I will give you back 3 minutes of your lives.
I have a quick reminder. You might have seen my discourse post regarding reps descriptions that are somewhere on websites. So far, we know about the reps portal that has a description of the reps program. There are some descriptions on Mozilla.org. There's a description on Wikipedia. But if you find a description of the reps program somewhere else, please post it in the discourse topic and we can take care of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. So go and check out what Michael has posted. With that, I'm going to give back 3 minutes of your life. Thank you very much for being here. See you all next week. And have a great morning, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Go and save the web. Have a great night, you all.
Bye.